Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Dave, Pacific Northwest Picker, and this video is going to be a what sold video. I'm going to go over some items that I've recently sold and see how much I made. The purpose of these type of videos is to give you guys an idea of different things that could be sold on eBay in order to make a profit. So let's see what we found and what we sold. This first item that you see here is a Jerry Garcia little plush bear. I picked this up for $1 at a thrift store, and as you can see, it sold for $21.99 plus shipping. Alright, and this item here is a Rip Zone winter type snowboarding jacket. The buyer paid $55 plus shipping on this. I ended up refunding a little bit of money because the shipping that he paid was a lot more than what I was charged, and so I made up the difference by sending him back $7.50, and he was happy with that. This next item is a Funko Pop Nightwing doll. I've had this on my store for quite a while here. I picked it up for 50 cents at a yard sale last summer. As you can see, it sold for $17.50 plus shipping. This next item is a pair of Ortha heel clog type shoes. I picked these up at an estate sale for $4, and I've sold these for $49.99. It didn't take very long to sell. I had them listed in March of this year. These next two items I sold to the same buyer, and he had sent me an offer on both of them. I went ahead and countered originally, not knowing that he was looking for both of them, and then I ended up accepting them and shipping them together. These are some Stacy Adams boots, and as you can see, they sold for both $55 and $60 plus shipping. This next pair of shoes is women's Doc Martens sandals. These items sold for $59.99 plus shipping. These next two items I picked up at a yard sale recently. It's in another one of my videos. They were golf clubs. One of the clubs alone I spent $20 on. The other club I spent $5 on. And as you can see, the $5 club sold for $30 plus shipping, and the $20 club I ended up getting $150 plus shipping. One thing to keep in mind if you're looking into golf clubs, and make sure that your measurements are correct on your packaging, so know where you're going to get your packaging. The reason why I say this is because what I thought my measurements were going to be were not correct, and when I actually boxed it up in a priority box 2 and put in my measurements, the difference of shipping was pretty substantial. It went from $15 to about $40. And so what I did is I reached out to one of my local golf shops and asked them if they had any empty boxes for golf clubs, and they said they did, so I went and picked it up. They did charge me for the box, and they said they usually charge anywhere between $3 to $5 for the box, but by getting that box and changing the dimensions of my shipping, it then decreased my shipping cost from $40 to back to about $15. So the $5 that I spent on this box was worth the savings in shipping alone. So keep that in mind if you're shipping golf clubs. Check out the boxes at your local golf shop. This next item here is a book that I picked up at an estate sale. I'm into it for about $1. This is the King Kong paperback from 1933. I sold this item for $20 plus free shipping. Media mail shipping is pretty cheap, so I wasn't concerned with paying the shipping cost. This next item is a pool cue. It's a Viper pool series. I picked this up at an estate sale. I ended up spending up on this. I spent $20 and I sold it for $60 plus shipping, so I still made some money off of it. Not disappointed with the sale, and it didn't take too long to sell either. This next item is a cycling jersey, DNA cycling jersey. It was new with tags that I picked up. I ended up spending $4 for this, but as you can see, I sold it for $40 plus shipping. So not a bad profit on that. And this last item that I have here is a bolo, if you ask me. It is a cup that I picked up at a thrift store locally here. I paid $1.50 for this mug, as well as some other mugs that are similar. And as you can see, it sold for $100. This is a Anheuser-Busch Golf Classic mug, and on the bottom of the mug it is numbered, so there were limited quantities made. That's something to look for if you're looking at mugs. If they were limited, then there are collectors out there that collect this. This was a particular year that the individual did not have. I actually reached out to him and told him that I had a couple others, and he had informed me that he had already had those years. So $100 after spending $1.50, that is great profit. I'm so happy with that purchase, and it sold within a week, if even that. So as you can see by the running total that I have here on the screen of what my gross sales were, I made quite a bit of money on these items. And the reason that I do what I do is obviously to make money, and what I use my money for is to see if I can pay for my children's education. So my daughter, as you know, just turned 18. I had to recently put a down payment on dorms for her, so $500 was that amount, and it was no issue because these items alone that are recent sales paid for that deposit. And my hope is that throughout, my daughter goes to college in October, my hope is that throughout my reselling venture, I'm able to save money and obviously invest it into different items in order to flip again, but also put money aside in order to pay for the education that my daughter is going to receive at a pretty good school, University of Washington. And this is something that you can do as well. If you want to just go to your local thrift stores and pick up items, it's simple to research. It takes some practice. Learn your shipping. I would recommend starting at home with some smaller items that you have. Learn the shipping process, the listing process. But all in all, it is something that you can do if you have the patience for it. I would recommend checking out some YouTube videos in order to see what other people are doing. Obviously, you're watching YouTube, or you wouldn't be watching me. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you coming back and watching my videos. If this is something that you like, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as I upload videos, you'll be able to see more things that I have going on. I appreciate everybody's time. Have a great day.